Hey everyone, Sammy again, founder of the Probate Division. I make videos like this to explain why probate in Arizona is so difficult or can be easy without the legal jargon, or at least less legal jargon. Today we're talking about the executor, also known as the PR or personal representative here in Arizona. Basically, this person who gets handed the clipboard when someone passes away. It sounds simple, but trust me, this job comes with a lot of responsibility. So, what is the executor or personal representative? In Arizona, the court appoints someone, usually named in the will, to manage the estate. And if there's no will, the court picks a personal representative based on state law, usually the spouse or a close family member that they can find. Think of the executor as the estate manager. If life were like a movie, the executor would be the project manager, the accountant, the negotiator, the debt collector, the referee for when the family gets unruly, and if things go sideways, the one everyone points the fingers at and says, you messed up. This is not a paid position, you guys. Here's what the executor is actually going to have to do. 1, open the probate. They file the paperwork with the court to get the legal authority to act. And until then, they can't sign checks, they can't sell property, they can't really even remove anything from the estate. Number 2, inventory assets. The executor has to track down everything the person owned: homes, cars, bank accounts, retirement funds, maybe even the boat that nobody even knew about. Basically, if it's got value, it needs to be on this list. Number 3, notify the creditors. Arizona law requires the executor to actually notify creditors and give them 4 months to come forward. This is when the long-lost medical bills or credit card companies suddenly remember, oh yeah, that person did exist and they owed us money. Number 4, pay the debts and taxes. Before anyone gets their inheritance, the executor is going to have to settle up with Uncle Sam. And that means that Uncle Sam and Visa get paid way before your Uncle Joe gets Grandma's truck. Number 5, distribute assets. Once the debts are paid, the executor distributes what's left to the heirs or the beneficiaries according to the will, or state law if there's no will. It sounds easy, but this is often the stage when the family blows up and starts fighting over everything. Step 6, close the estate. Finally, the executive files closing paperwork with the court. This officially ends probate, closes the estate. So here's the kicker. The executor's job is often lasting 6 months to a year, if the family and the estate is not too messy. If there's no drama that blows up, of course, because all of that leads to years. So if you're chosen as the executive or executor, don't plan it being a quick weekend trip to Arizona. In Arizona, the executor has a fiduciary duty. That means they must act in the best interest of the estate and their heirs, not themselves. You can't play favorites. You can't sneak money out of accounts, and you can't treat it like your own personal piggy bank. If you do, the court can actually remove you as the personal representative. And if you think, well, it's easy to just sell cheap to an investor, you can be sued by your own family. Being an executor isn't about prestige, it's about the responsibility, and you're making sure a loved one's estate is handled correctly, the debts are taken care of, and the assets go where they were supposed to go. And all of this is happening while you're grieving. It definitely can be overwhelming. That's why we founded the Probate Division, to work alongside attorneys and people like you in helping you go through this process. If there is any amount of stress on your shoulders, take it off and put it on ours. So to recap, personal representatives in Arizona, the person who manages the estate after someone passes. They file paperwork, they inventory assets, they pay debts, they pay taxes, they distribute what's left, and then it closes. It's not glamorous, don't want this job, but it's one of the most important roles in probate. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll keep breaking down probate so it feels like less of a mystery, more of a checklist, and less emails to your attorney, saving you money. I'm Sammy with the Probate Division. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.